Red Bull's current dominance is giving them a lot of attention right now, and Christian Horner is concerned as Ferrari and Mercedes paddock rumours threaten Red Bull. And on top of that, Horner has addressed comments by Russell where he suggested that Red Bull was sandbagging in Melbourne. This is one you don't want to miss, guys, so let's dive straight into the video. Red Bull came out the gate swinging this season, having secured victories in all 3 races so far, and rumours of Red Bull running away with the title this year have quickly begun to circulate. However, Horner insists that Mercedes and Ferrari will close the gap later on into the season, and there have been many speculations and rumours surrounding Mercedes and Ferrari which suggest the two teams shall be introducing major upgrades to their cars by the time Formula 1 is back in Europe. Red Bull are currently sitting pretty at the top of the Constructors' Championship with a healthy lead over the Aston Martin right now. However, Horner remains cautious about Red Bull's early season dominance, as the repercussions of the budget cap penalty are yet to unfold. Due to exceeding the spending limit in 2021, the FIA imposed a £6 million fine on Red Bull and mandated a 10% reduction in wind tunnel runs for the current season. Now, although Red Bull has implemented early changes to the RB19, the imposed wind tunnel penalty constrains their ability to further enhance the car. This situation may provide Mercedes and Ferrari with an opportunity to close the gap as the season advances, considering they have more leeway in terms of development time, and Horner has stated that the wind tunnel penalty is the reason why he is not taking the team's current standing for granted. Of course it's painful, it forces us to be efficient and very choosy in the runs that we do, so yeah, it's just something that we've got to manage. A lot of things could change. There are rumours of big updates for Mercedes and Ferrari once we get to Europe. Now, obviously Mercedes boss Toto Wolff fanned the flames a little bit regarding the rumours, and he will be hopeful that the competitiveness that they showed in Melbourne will be an indicator that the team are heading in the right direction, as he went on to admit that there won't be any major developments on the Mercedes just yet. We are doing good steps, good development, but you have to run them, confirm them, produce them. So I don't think we are looking for an introduction before Imola. We want to do it right. Meanwhile, Charles Leclerc also spoke out in regards to how Ferrari is performing, as he was quoted as saying, "We have made some adjustments in terms of balance and behaviour, and it was much better in Melbourne, and will continue in this direction." Now, moving on to the allegations of Red Bull sandbagging, Russell mentioned in Melbourne that Red Bull is currently holding back and not displaying its maximum speed due to concerns that other teams on the grid might discover a method to curb their performance through regulatory adjustments. Now, Verstappen spent the majority of the race a comfortable 10 seconds clear of second place sitter Lewis Hamilton, at least when red flags weren't being waved, and this is what led Russell to his recent comments. For sure they're holding back. They're almost embarrassed to show their full potential, because the faster they seem, the more the sport is going to try and hold them back somehow. I think realistically, they probably have a 7/10 advantage over the rest of the field. Max has got no reason to be pushing it, nor has Red Bull. They've done a really great job. We can't take that away, and we clearly need to up our game. Now, since Melbourne, Horner has had time to respond and has addressed the comments made by Russell. Well, that's very generous of him. I mean, his team would know all about those kinds of advantages. There's always an element of managing that goes on in any race. You could see because it was a one-stop race and a very early one-stop race, there was an element of tyre management that was going on, which is what they were doing. Checo wasn't hanging about. He wasn't cruising around holding back 7/10 of a lap because he didn't want to show it. The grid was certainly a little bit closer at this venue, and we've obviously weighed the car towards the race rather than qualifying. You can see perhaps the cars that warmed up their tyres more aggressively perhaps suffered a little bit more in the race. So Horner feels the penalty will begin to take its toll on the team moving forward, and he has disregarded the comments made by Russell on Red Bull holding back. But what do you think? Will the effects of the penalty begin to show? And are Red Bull hiding performance? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But that's going to be the video from me today, guys. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's content. And until the next time, bye bye.